Good evening, good evening. You guys look good. Now, for those of you who follow me or have been following me in this past year, you would know that I've been traveling. You know, I've been traveling. I've been to Dubai, I've been to Kenya, I've been to Ethiopia, I've been to Lusaka. But when I was in Kariba, where I spent most of my time last year, I met a certain Afrikaans gentleman. His name was Jack. Now, Jack is so Afrikaans that all he ever wears is a khaki farmer's shirt, khaki shorts, no shoes. Jack is so Afrikaans that right now, with this weather, he'd be wearing 2 shorts. Jack is so Afrikaans that he's in America right now. Right? So Jack is Afrikaans, he's not afraid of animals. But coming from Bulawayo, you know, the city, the kings and queens, all I see is buildings. I've never been into the bush except for when I'm fishing or hunting, right? So I'm in Kariba and I'm chilling with Jack, and all of a sudden, a leopard showed up. And what I didn't know about the leopards in Kariba is that they're not the leopards that you see on TV. They don't eat humans, they only eat the baboons and the dogs. I didn't know that. So when the leopard showed up, the dogs went crazy. There was Tapio also going crazy with the dogs. Right? And Jack felt embarrassed. So he called me Taps. He says, Taps, come here, let's talk, my man. And he gave me a safety briefing on the animal. He says, if you see an elephant, it's better to run downhill because apparently as big as they run faster going uphill. Right? When you've covered some distance, take off your shirt or your jacket, leave it in a tree so that the elephant can follow that scent while you gain ground, okay? He says if you see a cheetah or a lion, there's no point in running because it's been smelling you for the past kilometers. So what you do, you just stand your ground, look as big as you can, don't give it your back because it will chase you and eat you. Okay. He says if you see a crocodile or a hippo, then you deserve to die because what are you doing in the water? And then he looked at me with this scared face, of which it's not very usual for Jack to be scared because he's Afrikaans, he's not afraid of animals. But then I could see it in his eyes, this guy was genuinely worried. He said, Taps, there's an animal I want to warn you about. When you see this animal, run for your life. And he looked at me and said, Taps, if you ever see a married woman, I went to a private school. Right? So I've got white people problems. For example, I'm lactose intolerant and I'm dyslexic. Clap and says. But then I stay in Pumula South. So I've got black people problems, you know? Like witchcraft. And doing Ubani. Like Matsikiria. Right? But financially, I'm at a point where I can lend my parents money and make a profit out of it. For example, if my parents borrow $1, they give me back $1.25. If I give them $2, I get $2.50. Give them $5, I get $7.50. $10, I get $15. $20, I get $25. $50, I get $75. $100, shouldn't be borrowing that money in this economy. Right? But that's what it's come to. And I'm not the only one going through it. Even our celebrities are going through a lot. For example, Nyasha David has a new song called Ta Ta Ta. How many of you know that song? Okay. Let's go through the lyrics. You can sing along, right? Mafi unanitiza ndichabuda kushikira mukua wandi tekenyeza unanitekenyeza pachipua, right? Kushika mupondo, right? And then I sat down because I've got white people problems. I went to a private school, so I'm good in English literature, right? So I sat down and I had to analyze the song. Our artists are going through a lot. And they hide it in these love songs. For example, what do you think Mafindi Fua means? It's not goosebumps. Mafindi-fuba is the pain that comes the day after you lift weights. Or when you're involved in an accident, when someone punches you, that pain that you feel the next day, that is mafindi-fuba. So there's two meanings, according to the English scholar in me. First of all, is an abusive relationship. One it is a mafindi-fuba, talking about his girlfriend. Second one is venting that he's got cancer of the heart. Or even better, he's got cancer of the bones. Kushikamu bones. Another song, right? Ongundare shapai, I'm down on my knees begging you, Sabai. Ongupai and Abai, I broke you to pieces, I was such a lie. And I'm sorry. Dininde, easy wait, kwa muno zakuti. No, it's a BP pressure. It's in the music. It's in the songs. It's in the music. Everyone's going through a lot. But the thing about the financial aspect of it is you can monetize anything. For example, water. Someone saw a river and decided I'm going to monetize this, put it in bottles, commercialize it and sell it. And you people are buying water every day. Another example, African countries are very creative. We've monetized poverty. We go on our TVs, we show the worst sides of our country, especially Nigeria, Zambia, Zimbabwe. Show it to the United Nations, they send us money, our politicians, they eat it. They've monetized poverty. Another example, those schools have monetized Africa Day. How many of your young siblings or your children asked for $1 yesterday? Exactly. And the thing about money is sometimes not everything that you get is what you want. But before I go into that, I love how Bulawayo has tackled this situation of people going through a lot. They want everyone to feel involved to the point where people who don't have licenses can say, right? But like I said, right? Sometimes what you pay for is not what you get. For example, last year I bought a German Shepherd puppy. It cost me $450. Or at least there was a German Shepherd when I bought it. Right? Now it's 1 year later, it's now a Rhodesian Ridgeback. AKA Umgata, AKA Usport, AKA Bullets. But I spent $450 on this thing, right? And I bought the most elite food. Like I buy bobtail, candy checks. You wouldn't know, some of you wouldn't know this is being. You feed your dog Santa. You wouldn't know. But I feed them these expensive things because I was expecting a big dog. So sometimes I get mad and I shout at my dog, hey, protect God. And sometimes it crawls into a corner, tail between its legs, shrugs, and it cries. Some people don't even know that I'm crying. And then I realized dogs have feelings too. So ladies, when you say woman or dog, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Tapiwa and I'm going. Thank you very much.